Key 1. Stoic. Whoever said it's better to give than to receive probably never experienced the deep exhaustion of constantly pouring into others without ever receiving anything in return. I've been there, giving my time, energy, and resources only to feel overlooked, underappreciated, and drained. It's a tough place to be, and if you've ever felt that way, you're not alone. Living a life of compassion and generosity can be a beautiful thing, but it's often mistaken for weakness in a world that values self-sacrifice as the ultimate measure of goodness. You can give and give, but if you're not careful, you might lose yourself in the process. Today, let's explore a critical concept that so many of us overlook: how to offer your compassion wisely while maintaining your peace and self-respect. Drawing upon the wisdom of Stoicism, we'll uncover why setting boundaries is not just a smart thing to do. It's absolutely necessary for preserving both your dignity and your mental well-being. Navigating the tightrope between being kind and keeping your self-respect intact can feel like one of life's great challenges. The truth is, you can give to others without depleting your own resources, physical, emotional, or mental. But the key lies in understanding your limits and drawing clear boundaries. This isn't about withholding kindness or compassion. It's about recognizing when and how to give in a way that doesn't drain you. Stoicism teaches us the value of knowing ourselves, acknowledging our strengths and limitations, and acting in a way that aligns with our true nature. The Stoics, including the great Marcus Aurelius, emphasize the importance of acting within our capacity. This doesn't mean giving until it hurts. It means giving until it's enough. Enough for the person in need, and enough for you to feel whole, without sacrificing your own energy or well-being in the process. It's not just material resources that we must protect. Our emotional and mental energy are just as critical. Have you ever felt like you gave everything to help someone, only to feel completely drained afterward? That's a sign that your kindness might be unbalanced. The solution? Setting healthy, clear boundaries. These aren't walls to keep people out. They're guidelines that help us engage with others in a way that is sustainable. It's okay to say no. It's okay to say, I can help with this, but not that. By doing so, you're not only protecting your own well-being, but you're teaching others how to treat you with the respect you deserve. The Stoics were not about pride or ego. They were about self-awareness. They believed that practicing kindness means giving in a way that aligns with wisdom and moderation. Think of kindness as a well-measured stream, not a floodgate. You direct it where it can do real good without draining yourself. In the same way, when you're on an airplane, you're told to put on your own oxygen mask before helping others. It's the same in life. You can't help others if you're gasping for air yourself. It's crucial to understand and empathize with both others and yourself. Before you offer help, pause and ask yourself, am I in a place to give without harm to my own well-being? Am I giving from a place of genuine care? Or am I trying to seek approval or avoid conflict? These questions help refine our intentions and ensure that our actions come from a place of true virtue, not superficial generosity. By maintaining a balance between compassion and self-respect, we create a kind of kindness that's both sustainable and impactful. This approach not only helps us live according to Stoic principles, but also enriches our relationships with others. It fosters connections built on mutual respect, genuine care, and the recognition that we all have limits. So, the next time you extend a hand to help, remember to keep the other hand on your own heart. Ensure that you are replenishing yourself even as you give. This way, your capacity to give will not just be preserved, it will grow, making every act of kindness you perform that much more powerful. Boundaries are not barriers to keep people out. They are guidelines to help protect the precious resources of your time, energy, and emotions. Think of them as a treasure map, directing others to respect your energy without exploiting it. Setting healthy boundaries is not just an act of self-care. It's a crucial component of living a life rooted in wisdom and moderation. The Stoics understood that living in alignment with our true nature means recognizing our limits and communicating them clearly. As Seneca, one of the most respected Stoic thinkers, often said, We must guard our time against unnecessary intrusions. This doesn't mean being stingy with our time. It means investing it wisely in ways that align with our values. When we fail to set boundaries, we risk feeling overwhelmed and resentful. These are the very emotions the Stoics sought to manage through rational thought and self-awareness. Think of yourself as a pitcher of water. Each favor you perform pours some of your water into someone else's glass. If you give too much without refilling, you'll end up empty. Healthy boundaries ensure that your pitcher gets refilled. They allow you to say no when necessary, carve out time for rest and rejuvenation, and engage in activities that align with your values. Start small. Begin with simple, non-confrontational boundaries. Maybe it's deciding not to check emails after 8 p.m. or setting aside time for yourself every morning. Communicate your boundaries with clarity and firmness. Let others know that this is a decision you're making to take care of yourself and, ultimately, to be more effective in everything you do. By doing so, you're not just taking care of yourself. You're teaching others how to treat you with the respect and dignity you deserve. Setting boundaries isn't a rejection of others. It's a declaration of your own self-respect and a way to engage with the world in a way that's sustainable, meaningful, and in line with your true nature. Key 1. Stoic, let's explore the powerful concept of setting boundaries and how it empowers us to maintain our inner peace. Life constantly tests us with demands, both from others and ourselves. But rather than trying to control external circumstances or people's behaviors, we can focus on what we can control: our actions, reactions, and our response to life's challenges. Setting clear boundaries isn't just about drawing lines. It's about preserving our tranquility and creating space where we can thrive. Consider a situation where someone repeatedly makes unreasonable demands. Instead of reacting impulsively, a Stoic approach would be to calmly express your limits. I understand your needs, but I can only assist within these specific parameters. Let's find a solution that respects both of our boundaries. By communicating openly, we not only protect ourselves, but foster respect and understanding. This principle isn't limited to personal life. It's also essential in professional settings. Defining clear work hours, managing expectations, and drawing lines around tasks can prevent burnout and create a healthier work environment. It sets a professional tone that communicates, "I respect my time and efforts, and I ask you to do the same." Remember, setting boundaries isn't a one-time act. It's an ongoing process that requires self-awareness and regular check-ins with ourselves. What are our needs? How have they shifted? Just as the Stoics engaged in constant self-reflection to refine their pursuit of virtue, we too can use boundary setting as a tool for deeper self-understanding and greater emotional well-being. Next time you feel guilty about setting a boundary, remember this: you're not just protecting your resources, you're teaching others how to engage with you respectfully. And when we model this respect, we invite others to do the same, benefiting everyone involved. Now, let's talk about the backbone of Stoicism: inner strength and resilience. These aren't just about enduring hardship. They're about flourishing amidst adversity. Think about the times when you've been tested, when people have pushed your boundaries, or when your kindness has been taken for granted. It's easy to react impulsively or given just to avoid conflict. But what if you could respond with calmness, standing firm in your values while still being compassionate? That's the essence of Stoic resilience. Being so internally strong that external circumstances don't shake your core. As Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to us, but how we react to it that matters." This idea is profoundly relevant to our lives today. When someone takes your kindness for granted, your reaction, based on inner strength, determines whether you'll feel victimized or empowered. Building resilience begins with self-awareness. You need to recognize your triggers, the situations where you tend to react emotionally or compromise your boundaries out of a desire for approval. Once you're aware of these triggers, you can practice responding with intention. Mindfulness plays a crucial role here. It allows you to pause before reacting, choosing responses that align with your values rather than reacting impulsively. Whether it's a few deep breaths before replying to a request or establishing a daily meditation practice, mindfulness helps create space between stimulus and response, giving you the power to act from a place of wisdom and strength. Another Stoic strategy is to remind yourself of your core values regularly. Integrity, generosity, respect, whatever principles guide you, keeping them at the forefront helps you navigate challenges with clarity. When you act in harmony with your values, even in the face of adversity or exploitation, you reinforce your sense of self and reduce feelings of resentment or victimization. Resilience is not about being unbending. Like a tree that bends in the storm without breaking, resilient people adapt to circumstances without losing their essence. Resilience is nurtured through challenges. Every time you handle a situation where your kindness could have been mistaken for weakness but wasn't, you build confidence in your ability to navigate similar situations in the future. This process is about growth, not just survival. You learn, you adapt, and you grow stronger. So, as you move forward, think of cultivating inner strength as equipping yourself with armor, not to battle the world, but to navigate it with wisdom and grace. By building your internal fortress, you ensure that your acts of kindness come from a place of strength, making you not only a giver, but also a wise steward of your own well-being. Now, let's dive into the concept of mindful kindness. We often offer kindness on autopilot. A smile here, a helping hand there, but what if we took a more intentional approach? Mindful kindness is about offering compassion that's deliberate and thoughtful, ensuring that our actions genuinely uplift others without draining ourselves. This strategy is rooted in Stoic mindfulness, where every action is done with purpose and aligned with our core values. When you practice kindness mindfully, you're not just reacting to a situation, you're responding with wisdom and insight. Ask yourself, is this act of kindness truly empowering the other person? Is it fostering independence or dependency? For example, if a friend continually asks for help with tasks they could easily do themselves, saying yes each time might seem kind, but could be enabling them to avoid responsibility. Mindful kindness asks us to reflect on the true impact of our actions, ensuring that our help doesn't foster dependency, but encourages growth and independence. In the end, by being more intentional in our kindness, we ensure that it remains a source of strength for both ourselves and others, fostering healthier, more respectful relationships all around. Key 1. Stoic reflection isn't about judging your desire to help. It's about sharpening that intention, ensuring your actions bring true, lasting benefits to everyone involved. Think of it as aligning your kindness with wisdom, making sure your generosity doesn't just feel good but actually does good. This echoes a timeless Stoic belief. Do what's right, not just what feels comforting in the moment. When we align our compassion with thoughtful action, our kindness becomes truly constructive, offering not just help but empowerment. Practicing mindful kindness connects us to our deeper wisdom. It helps us walk the fine line between helping and overstepping, between genuine care and the need for control. This awareness guides us to think about the long-term effects of our actions, ensuring our support is sustainable and respectful. Imagine this. Instead of simply handing money to a friend struggling financially, a mindful approach might involve sitting down to offer budgeting tips or helping them build a financial plan. This doesn't just patch the problem. It empowers them to take charge of their future. But true kindness also involves self-awareness. Why are we helping? Are we driven by compassion, or are we seeking approval? The Stoics taught us to act from internal strength, not the need for external validation. When our kindness stems from genuine compassion, it resonates deeper and has a more profound impact. Mindful kindness also acknowledges a crucial truth. We can offer help, but we can't control outcomes. Like the Stoics, we must accept what lies beyond our control. This frees us from the burden of expectation, allowing us to give with an open heart and clear conscience. But what happens when kindness is met with disrespect? It's frustrating, extending a hand only to be met with rejection or hostility. Here's where Stoic wisdom truly shines. Instead of reacting with anger, we can respond with calm and clarity. Our reactions are always within our control, even when the actions of others are not. When disrespected, pause. Breathe. Ask yourself, why did this happen? Often, it reflects more about the other person's struggles than anything about you. Responding with empathy and composure not only de-escalates conflict, but also strengthens your own resilience. Clear communication is key. Express your feelings without blame. Saying something like, "When you speak to me in that tone, I feel undervalued. I want to understand your perspective, but I also need to be treated with respect," invites dialogue instead of conflict. Sometimes, the wisest response is to walk away. Stoicism isn't about enduring endless disrespect. It's about protecting your peace and knowing when it's time to remove yourself from negativity. Seneca spoke of the serenity that comes from stepping away from unnecessary drama. Embrace that wisdom. Every time you respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively, you're not just handling the moment, you're building your character. Your example can inspire others, creating a ripple effect of calm and strength. In the end, it's not about controlling others, but mastering yourself. By integrating Stoic principles into your daily life, you turn every challenge into an opportunity for growth. Remember, true strength isn't measured by how you thrive in comfort, but by how you rise in adversity. Stay wise, stay resilient, and let your actions reflect the powerful, mindful compassion that lives within you.